to Mayor Kowalski from Peru.
Want me to use this one or that? Go ahead and use that.
Okay, how's that? Okay. This is probably the best part for me. When I get the microphone and I get to look out at my team and I get to see their eyes and how nervous they are because they have no idea what the hell I'm going to say, right? So with that said, I got a couple introductions I'd like to make. I got City Attorney Scotty Schweigert here today, City Clerk Jamie Myrtle, Alderman Jim Lukosius, Alderman Rico Satnick, and Alderman Mike Sapienza. A real shout out to Mike Sapienza, Alderman. He started a new thing in Peru, which is really exciting. It's a Peru Historical Society. And he's preserving and getting his groups to put our history together, save it, preserve it. They do have a Facebook page, so feel free to follow that. And like I said, Mike's doing a lot of energy on that, so that's a good thing. We'll go fast. Recap 2025. The biggest thing probably would be our ice rink, our chillers. It was a really successful season. It was nice to see a lot of kids and families, to have ice skating and winter activity like that for the whole entire winter. We didn't have to worry about Mother Nature. As you can all see, recently in the news, our Baker Lake Path has been opened up. That's been going over fantastic. We're going to continue to grow Baker Lake. We want to stock it with fish. We want to beautify it. Like I said, the big investment this year was the path, or last year, I'm sorry. We're going to continue our music in the Oaks. Tasteville Lake Valley keeps bigger and bigger. All of our events, Halloween, Easter, Christmas parades, things like that. We had another successful season with the Pistol Shrimp. We're looking forward to another season. We got a lot of national publicity here in the last couple of weeks with Noah Schultz being called up and playing for the White Sox. That's okay. Sox. Which is a good thing. Last year we had our 10-year anniversary for the TBM, and it will continue again this year. Last year it was pretty amazing. That F-16 flew in and out. It scared a lot of people, which was really cool. J.A. Happ Field, a lot of improvements going over there. Baseball, we want to make sure these kids have an opportunity. It seems like the dog park theme is pretty popular. So we had a dog park down on Water Street last year. So you can go down there and enjoy the riverfront a little bit, so that's exciting. Economically, the biggest thing we got this year or last year was the ECUS expansion. This is about a $100 million expansion. I know a lot of people don't see it, but it's in behind ECUS, like north and west. It's going to create probably about 100 jobs, which is also exciting. Like I said, anytime a company can expand like that, that's good for everybody. Our Port subdivision keeps growing. We keep building new houses. Housing's a big thing. The one thing that's a little frustrating for Peru this past year is our retail growth. Okay, we didn't really land anything, to be honest with you, new restaurants or chains or anything like that. But sometimes I'm in retail, so I kind of understand it a little bit. We did still have growth. Okay, we didn't get anything new, but the current retailers we had all grew, which is a good thing for our small businesses, large businesses, whatever. We had like a 7% increase. We went from 750 million to over $800 million in Peru, which that's a pretty significant number. And all these people working 8 days a week, some of you probably in retail in here, it's a hard business, and it's important that it keeps growing. I get in an argument with my finance director. She says it's inflationary, I say it's growth. So we kind of go back and forth on that. Moving on to 2026, some of the things we got coming up. We're going to continue to attack our street programs, sewer, water, lead line improvements. One of the biggest projects we got this year, I didn't even know what a trunk line was 3 years ago. I don't know how many people know what it is, but it basically pumps out everything north of 80. Water, sewage, everything. Well, it was on its last leg. So our team will jump in. $6 million we're investing in this. Because of my team's efforts, we got $2 million from the state, $2 million from the Fed. So it's a very important project, and it's very expensive. The other thing is, I don't know if I'm going to get up on May Road up by Quick Trip. You see some activity up there. That's our Connect 138. I think all these mayors will agree. One of the biggest challenges right now, and I talked to Senator Rezin earlier, is power. everybody wants these factories and things like that. Well, if somebody comes into town, you don't have the power to do it, we gotta tell them no. So this is probably gonna be $20 million, and we're gonna create more power and more generation, so that's really exciting. Park improvements, McNally Park's getting an improvement. We're just gonna do a lot of maintenance, like Amir said, painting, fixing fences, things like that. Retail growth, we're looking forward to, we see in the papers that we're close to a new hotel up by the Arby's Way, which is great. Hopefully we get that finalized here soon. It'll be an extended stay hotel, which is kind of different than the others. Same thing with Mayor Curran here. We have some exciting things coming for retail, but I can't say what they are. So if they come to fruition, I think everybody will be pleased with these couple of retailers that we got coming to Peru, hopefully this spring and summer. We're continuing to pursue the sports complex theory. Our team's really working hard on it. I think this will be something for the entire region if we can do this. We have the biggest retail show out in Vegas this year again. We sent our team last year just to go out and feel it out. This year we're getting a booth, we're doing everything. We're gonna put the Illinois Valley and Peru on the map out there. We're gonna sell Peru in this region really hard. And then get people to, look at an opportunity for a sports complex thing, because this would change the entire region. Everybody would benefit for something like this. I mentioned the investments into our power electricity. Our hydro down in Utica, on the river, millions are going into that. We are fixing that thing up, and it's gonna generate a lot of revenues and power for the community. This year we got coming up the 40th anniversary for Central States Baseball. I don't know how many people have been around that long, but 40 years of Central States Baseball. And it's great for our community because your hotels get filled up. You got Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, all coming up to Peru and the Illinois Valley. So it's a good thing. We also got the District 20 Little League All-Stars are coming to Peru, Illinois this year. You got about 14 communities coming out of Joliet, Chicago, all this will be down in Peru playing baseball. And then lastly, we're gearing up for, this is our country's 250th anniversary this week, or in July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I've been kind of circled this on my calendar for a couple of years now, because it's on a Friday. It's on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the goal, I don't want people leaving town, I want people to come to town. We want them to come to Utica, and you get them over here, and then we're gonna entertain them. We're gonna have a lot of energy in Peru, banners, signage. We worked with the CSO, 1 year commemorative banners for the CSO veterans on all our flagpoles this year. And our 4th of July fireworks that'll be on July 3rd, which are gonna be pretty spectacular. So, it's such a big deal. Illinois Valley Little League even put patches on their uniforms this year for the 250th. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And I think I'll pass it back, or no, you don't have to. Give it to Mayor Grove.
There we go. So they fight back and forth over each other. We figured that out after 5 years, so it took us a little bit of time. Ken, thank you for sharing what you guys have going on. One of the pieces you talked about, that hotel, the extended stay. In the last 5 years that I've been in this role, we have seen a huge growth in traveling healthcare workers. And we get those calls, and it's not just traveling nurses, it's not just